Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfleet Detailing's YouTube channel. I'm here with Stephane. He is the owner-operator of Starfleet Detailing, mobile detailing in Edmonton. And today we're just going to be talking about, these large fleets and fleet managers who decide to go somewhere else because it's quote unquote cheaper than you. But there's a reason why you must charge a premium for your service. And I'd like you to just, get into that starting off.
All right. Well, there's a few reasons why we're more expensive. One of the reasons is because we have a fleet of vans. So there's an higher cost to that. We drive to the different yards and we work on the premise. And so, the gas, the insurance on that, and the time loading and unloading the van, drive time, those are things that they don't think about, right? Mm-hmm. When you show up, they think, okay, well, now's the time. That's when their time starts. It started way back at the shop.
Sure,
you got to cover those costs.
Yeah.
The insurances. So when you're on you only have a shop, you have your business insurance, and then you have your liability. But when you're mobile as well, on top of those for the shop, you also have your insurance. It's called garage insurance, and that policy covers you when you're inside somebody else's vehicle. So if something happens, when you're working on it, you're covered. So that's an extra cost. And the fuel, like nowadays especially, we can see the cost of fuel rising. So the vans, we need the fuel for that. And also when we're working in the yards, a lot of times they don't have power. So we have our own generators. So that also consumes gas. And one of the unsung heroes is the scheduling.
Okay, let's talk about that a little bit. So scheduling, why is that a big deal for somebody who runs a fleet and you are coming in doing mobile detailing for them versus marketplace guy?
Sure. So in the wintertime especially, we have to work indoors and bay space is tight. So these companies, the shop managers, what they do is when the vehicle comes in, let's say it's a truck, it comes in for maintenance or repair, they want to take advantage that the vehicle is in at that time to get it detailed. So because the shop really, they calculate everything by the hour. Like they build a shop, even though it's their shop, percentage goes to pay for the shop, right? So they want their vehicles done at the same time if possible. So they call us up the day before. It's like, hey, we need you tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So if you're a one-man show, you're like, well, I'm sorry, I'm booked. I'm booked till next week. So now they got to scramble to find somebody else. Right?
And what do you do differently at Starfleet?
Well, we have more than one employee, more than one fleet vehicle. Like we have our vans. And also what we'll do is, for example, if we are kind of booked 2-3 days ahead of time, what we'll do is we'll go and call all the ones that have already booked and say, hey, are you guys, is this pressing? Or do you have flexibility? We have an emergency, if we could change yours to the day after or the afternoon, and vice versa. And so we work with them to see. And if they say no, it's like, okay, no problem. And then you move on to the next person until you can find something to help, your customer out, get them scheduled in. And so that's underappreciated. People don't know, like I have an employee that does that almost full time.
Yeah.
That's just scheduling, right? So you got to pay that person. That those costs, they're calculated into there. So there's a lot of things that are not seen, but they're there.
And I think one of the biggest things that, maybe people don't appreciate about what Starfleet does is you're a mobile detailing company. So you're actually mobile. You go to them. They don't have to bring their vehicle to you. So they don't have to pay for somebody to drive the vehicle there, waste, 3-4 hours or catch an Uber back or back and forth. They're not paying for that guy's time. They're not paying for their travel. You're actually doing all of that for them. So in the long run, it's actually less expense than it would be if they hired somebody to just drive a vehicle there and wait for it to get detailed.
That's right. Yeah. So if they take it somewhere, it's obviously going to cost more money because of the driving. When we go to them, they save time and also they know you. They know the work you can do. And like I mentioned before in other videos, we go in, they don't even pay attention to us because they know we're going to do a good job. And when we're done, we're out of there. We sign in, sign out. We know about all the safety, the orientation, all that. And so that's, I guess you could say takes headaches away from them, where they don't have to worry about you. It's not an added burden on them. It's actually a relief, right? So, yeah.
So if there was a shop manager or a fleet manager that, is shopping around for someone to do the detailing on their vehicles, what would you say to them that would be the one thing that they should be thinking about when hiring Starfleet versus Marketplace guy?
Well, one thing for sure they have to realize is that they're not just hiring somebody to detail. Detailing is probably a third of the service. You got to think too of so the cost, the quality, but also the flexibility and the reliability. So when we say we're going to be there at X time, we're going to be there. I've heard that over and over again. It's like I scheduled somebody, they didn't show up, and I got to find somebody else. Or what I've heard just this week, oh yeah, we found another detailer. They do a good job and they're cheaper. It's like, okay, well that's great. But what's going to happen when situation comes and you're pressed for time and it has to be done, the day or the next day, and they can't help you out? What are you going to do then? So they don't think of those things, but those are, they're important aspects of the job.
Absolutely. Is there anything else that we've missed in our conversation about the reasons why you would spend a little bit more to go with a licensed insured company like Starfleet versus a one-man show?
For a shop manager, I think it's the peace of mind, right? You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about if they're going to show up, they're going to cancel on you, if they're going to have an accident, if they're going to get hurt, if they're going to do, good job. All those headaches are gone. You just call in, get the job done, pay.
Amazing.
So it's a service, right? It's not just the service of detailing. It's a complete package, and that's what we offer.
Nice. So it's all end-to-end covered, and they don't have to worry about it.
That's right.
Amazing.
They can worry about their regular job of managing the shop.
Amazing. Great. Well, thanks so much, Stephane, for sharing that with us. If you guys are looking for a reliable, licensed, insured mobile detailing company, Starfleet Detailing in Edmonton is your place to go. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next one.